Hello my friends, it's Hollister MacIntyre back with a recap of what went down at the draft and the preseason. And first overall pick goes to the Arizona Cardinals. We're looking at Austin Belton, a transcendental quarterback that I've really been high on all season. Everybody's high on him, and I didn't expect the Cardinals to take him here, but I wouldn't have been shocked. It wouldn't be the first time a team has had a promising young quarterback and just given up on him for an even better quarterback. Really, we were targeting Bryce Richardson with our pick, the number 4 pick, and potentially Tre'Davious White. Really, Tre'Davious more of a project, but maybe more upside, while Bryce Richardson's more day one potential, but maybe not quite as good in the long run. Tre'Davious a bit more speed. All three of these quarterbacks had really good arm strength. It really came down to accuracy and speed. And the Cardinals would go with Javius Bentley, who was possibly the best player in the draft not named Austin Belton here. I expected the Broncos to go ahead and take their new future quarterback, and they wouldn't. LaRussell Thornton goes, and Austin Belton stays, which means now the Titans were on the clock to take the best quarterback in the draft. Both these teams needed a quarterback. I didn't think there was a way I could trade with the Titans, so I was like, I'm just going to let them roll the dice, and we'll see what happens. And they go Raekwon Shivers and leave Austin Belton to the 4th pick. Austin Belton, who should have gone number 1 overall, falls to pick number 4. Bryce Richardson not even picked. And, you know, with number 4, I didn't have to think hard about this one. It took probably 2 seconds, record time to make a pick. Austin Belton's name is called for the Salt Lake City Flyers, the new relocated team of the Detroit Lions. And guess what, my faithful fans? We have a new star in the making. Pick number 5 goes to the Bears. And at this point in the draft, if the draft is a bust from here on out, it's a win. But we still have the 7th pick. We still have a mid-first round pick and a few more picks as well. We're really stocked up as far as our young talents going, and our trade assets right now are really high with picks. So at this point, it was just when would the other quarterbacks go? Would I trade my picks? Not sure. So with my number 7 pick here, I really wanted to go linebacker. I needed a good Mike here, and Mitch Newman really fit the bill, but so did Gil McKenzie. It was really a battle between the two. Both were very, very evenly matched. And then there was Chris Belton, Austin's younger brother. I think they're actually possibly twins. I decided to see what I could get trading away my pick, but ultimately there wasn't really anything. Nobody was biting, so I went with Mitch Newman, who ended up being what some analysts would say was a very solid pick for the position. Really, at this point, a pick like Mitch Newman, when exacerbated by the pick I had with Austin Belton, it means that was a great pick. With the 16th pick, Bryce Richardson is still on the table. So is Austin's younger brother, Chris. I really wanted to go potentially another linebacker here. It's tough to say. I saw Jeffrey O'Sullivan. I saw Chris Belton. All these guys from Texas, really just a great linebacking core, and, you know, teammates that could go with Austin. Overall, though, I decided I need to get some protection for our new future quarterback, and what better than potentially the best lineman in the draft here, James Lincoln, who analysts would say is the best pick day 1 in the draft. Now, there's some concern over his injury history at Clemson. As you see, Chris Belton here goes to the Cleveland Browns. Keep an eye on the Cleveland Browns. They'll make a few more important decisions later. So Austin, unfortunately, will not be playing on a team with Chris. But yeah, we get the best lineman in the draft, really. Tre'Davious White and Bryce Richardson are still on the table as we approach the 2nd round. I don't see the Cardinals making a pick here. Really, at this point, they just need to bolster the defense, and that's exactly what they do, going with Carl Harris, the cornerback. And I just know the Broncos have, you know, they've waited long enough. They've gotten lucky. Their quarterback is still here. Bryce Richardson could be their future. And they don't go with Bryce Richardson, which means the Titans should be able to go with Bryce Richardson, and they pass on him as well. So with the 4th pick in the 2nd round here, the 36th pick, I'm really eyeing this Jeffrey O'Sullivan kid. He's a teammate of Austin back in Texas. He's one of the best with the combine as far as linebackers go. Really, really athletic. The downside with him is he's a little older, and he really never showed refinement at Texas. A lot of scouts say he was more of a athletic freak, and drafting him, yeah, I can see why. Definitely a lot of tangibles. The intangibles may need to come, and they may never come. But I think still a good pick there. In the third round, Tre'Davious White, who I kind of thought might go to the Cardinals just because he fit their scheme, does go to the Cardinals. And obviously at this point, the Broncos are not going to wait any longer. They go ahead and get their Drew Lock replacement in Bryce Richardson. Unfortunately for Tre'Davious, he will not be starting day one, but Bryce Richardson will be starting day one. And we'll have to see if we take on the Cardinals in this year's NFC Showdown. With my pick here in the third round, I'm going to go ahead and go Vernon Boatwright. Again, another really a project type player, but a really good lineman, 6'8", big tangibles. I go John Fernandez as well, a tight end. I really just wanted to get some receiving and blocking for our new future quarterback. And then I trade up in the fourth round for the fourth pick here, which I'll use to select Delonte Turk out of Kansas, a conference player with Austin. He's a really good downfield threat. Not great as a slot yet, which is what I wanted him for. As you can see here in the sixth round, we still have some quarterbacks available. I'm going to go ahead and go Kerry Webster. You may know him from Olympia. I don't know if you've been watching these Olympia Raiders. They're pretty good. There's talk that my nephew Darius might go there. So we pick up Kerry Webster, a little old, but might be good. Then we start having the running quarterbacks. Jack Spitzer out of North Dakota State goes. We go ahead and take Ben McIntyre here, a 24-year-old wide receiver. So a little bit of age in our draft so far. Really, outside of Austin and Vernon Boatwright, a little bit of age, but I think he'll be good day one. Brett Hodge from Stanford goes. You're getting a really solid field general there in Jacksonville. And then Eric Devlin from Georgia Tech goes. A bit more of a scrambling quarterback to the Saints, kind of like Taysom Hill. And then Delaware State's quarterback Wyatt Ertz will go. And finally, Cleveland makes the pick for Donald Gillett in the sixth round. A really good value pick in the sixth round, not to mention. But another Olympia player gets drafted. The Raiders now have 2 draft picks to their school history, as we'll go ahead and trade for the Mr. Irrelevant pick with our rival Packers here. And with that pick, we'll take Jared Reinhardt. Really good combine. We'll see if he is a project or maybe more of a starting caliber. Getting into practice, I really liked Austin Belton's throwing downfield. It looked insanely good, which is what you'd expect. I got to watch a few of his spring practices, and they just looked good. Here at training camp, Austin, boom, that one gets picked off. But hey, I see it. Delonte Turk with the speed, too. Let's watch Austin on a little RPO here, rolling out. And he hits Delonte Turk down the field. These two might make a special connection. Jumping into the preseason, pretty uneventful here. We ended up losing all 4 games just to spoil things for you. But here comes the savior of the new Salt Lake City Flyers organization. And one of his first plays would be a triple option in which he'd pitch it out here. Gets hit, a dangerous call, honestly. Gonna have to talk to coach about that one, as Carry-On's gonna run that nicely, and that was a really good play. A little later with Austin Belton here, we're going to see some RPO action. This is going to be run a lot with him. He's definitely an RPO quarterback. And this one actually works to Danny Amendola. It gets down to about the 6-yard line. We're looking to get Austin his first touchdown here on 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. It's another RPO. And guess who would get him his first touchdown? It's Dante Pettis, who dominated last year in one of our trades. I'm really excited to see Dante. Well, later, Tom Brady throwing a pick, and that's new round 1, our second pick in the draft, Mitch Newman. So really our top 2 picks really came out to play here in the preseason. Despite the fact that we would get destroyed in all our games, I was not upset. Here's a really nice throw to Delonte Turk, and an even nicer catch, honestly. Really excited to see what this team can do. You got our first game coming live soon enough. It will be on the channel. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.